Celebrate the festive season with incredible savings at OK Furniture. Get a wide range of appliances, furniture, and bedroom essentials available in store and online. Browse our catalog and find your favorites to make Christmas unforgettable. Don't miss out, these deals are valid until the 8th of December 2024. While stock lasts, T's and C's apply.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Polokwane City beating the Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, this is their second biggest victory of the season. Remember, a couple of months ago, or let's say a month ago, where they beat Mamelodi Sundowns 1-0 in Polokwane. They're continuing with that fine form against the big teams. And now they've beaten the Kaizer Chiefs at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. But to talk about Tulomdlalo wanamhlanje, I've got Lindo Pep. Mfowethu kunjani?
Ngishapusheni wena?
No, ngiyaphileka mfowethu.
Athi ngibulisa amajita man, ngibulisa the legendary Tsovilakazi, the little Napoleon. Ngibulisa uBobo Mncithi, ngibulisa uChucks and Chucks the champion. Abafowethu umuntu odlama after meal, ngibulisa uMr Nkewu, ngibulisa uJusta. Shane athi siyincenge lento siyistrip esiphule kancane. Yeah, Shane, congratulations to Polokwane City, their players and their technical team. Congratulations to Mohafim Mputi, which is the head coach of the club. I think when he came in, he was called one of the plumbers with no qualifications, but I think over the last 12 months, I think he's proven himself to be a very good coach in terms of tactically. I think he knows how to set up our teams. Credit to Bryce Aka, who's the DDC coach of Polokwane. For the first time in a very long time, Shane, we see a team as a build the structure because there's a plan that we are born. Even though we know that I'm a chairman, they don't normally have long-term plans in the PSL. But I'm happy with what is happening at Polokwane. There's a reason why, Shane, you can't cut corners in football. There's a reason why they are getting the results they are getting, more especially this season. They won the league in the second division, kept the very same team. I think by introducing only a couple of players. You look at the starting lineup since from last season, it's almost the similar back four, same goalkeeper, defensive midfielder, Rodney Mapangula, Bapetu Cole Alexandra, and then they've got last season they had Lentwana Lejala Mashikinya with his left foot. This season they brought to Lord Kambala. They've got a similar profile of a midfielder as well, Usemi Siabe, who gives them the very same dimension. I think they're looking for central midfielders who know how to defend. I think that's the first principle, more especially with a team like Polokwane. That's what you need. You don't need a Malazari player. You don't want to carry a player. You always want to play 11v11 game. You don't want to be carrying a player. That's why if you're a checker on number 10, Umuremi, you always introduced second half because he's one that probably his strongest point is not to defend. He's very creative in terms of when the team has the ball. He's got a threat. But if you're a checker, the biggest threat for me, a very creative player, good on the ball, technically very good. I think Mbonile namhlanje Shane, for me, he proved himself why he's probably one of the best players in the league. One of the best players we've ever produced, for me, in my opinion, in the country. I think over watching him, Bafana Bafana, watching ama diagonal balls wake, watching the creativity, playing in a team like Polokwane City, Shane. For me, decision making, Amfana, the arrogance. He's a talisman. He carries the Polokwane City. You look at that one-touch finish, a very difficult finish with a difficult angle as well. But Shane, you need to speak about that goal. You cannot segregate the goal. It's probably, for me, in my opinion, other than Upasadin, Magakora, outside for me, it's probably the best goal this season that I've seen. And I understand that it's a difficult one because you have to see and melu check a number of passes that are played. Ngicela ubheke details from Monica and Ulebohang. Maka collector lela bola. It's probably not the strongest point being a ball player. Umapangula makes the job easy for him. Uyamsuya sondela zo collector. Uwabukhole Alexandra badlala ma 1-2, rotate the ball to Umatuludi. Umatuludi, this is what it does. It drives with the ball. Go progressive line, drives with the ball, gets into the final third, udlala ma combination play. They find Unkwe. You understand? Shane, that's a training ground. Unkwe udlala one touch finish. Shane, I need to mention this to development coaches. You need to constantly believe in what you're doing. Good training ground. I think Vandakama Polokwane City players, they did exactly what the coach asked them to do. From a technical perspective to a tactical perspective. Because if you check Lela Shane, I've played so many attacking organization training sessions. I can tell you, siyenza nge low intensity leyanto with ngama disguise, sibiza ama disguise opponent. So I was marking per se, you are just shadow marking. Understand? For me, you look at the number of passes, you look at the combination play, the rotation, ball retention, comfortability on the ball, decision making, and execution, Shane.
Yeah.
For me, one of the best goals for so far, in my opinion. Credit to co-leading Umahaf Puti, because you can tell Shane good team a small-sided game. Yeah, those things they don't just happen on the game. You can tell that those things they also happen when training. They start in training. That's why you need to emphasize. That's why Shane, football players get paid by training. They don't get because you only execute for 2 hours. But what the most important thing is how you train. Application in training. And for me, you look at their efforts. Credit to the conditioning coach, because if you check their condition in terms of cover distance, Shane, they worked for one another. If you check Ramabu, if I'm a winger, balance. In my opinion, the first half could have ended 3-0. I think the boy number 7 got two chances, not chance but half chances. Let me be very clear, because police diagonal first touch in my opinion, that should have been at least a chance or make the goalkeeper work. You understand? If I'm a winger about balance, I think they could have caused the Kaizer Chiefs more problems in the first half. But to check for me, they won the game in midfield, Shane. Same game plan with what happened to Mamelodi Sundowns when they beat Mamelodi Sundowns. They all beat Amokab. Block the direct line, allow them goodbye go Serino, allow them goodbye go Tuba, and bring in crosses. Epoxen go no to priest, ubanu landelu to presume two. So who are you exactly crossing the ball? That's why I too easy. For me, lack of creativity. Umar when he does well, I'm praise. But for me, I'm decision making. I'm under pressure. For me, most of the Kaizer Chiefs players played like they're under pressure. For me, Umar decision for me, he was complicating football. Na la kona manje upotsane makangen. Mela niku for upotsane a simpler pass. Ukhethu kudlala a diagonal touch. For me, I'm thinking to myself, but you are in 8. You've been playing well, you've been assisting, you are getting closer to even scoring a goal, you are getting the praise that you deserve. Deserve it. But they did say, Udlala Nobani. He played against about Royal AM, of course, he played against about Richards Bay. But namhlanje uvelile. Babumbonisile abo Cole namhlanje, more especially mabazama ukuba aggressive kuye. Abo Maphangula, they were trying to be aggressive, more especially every time akagcina ukuthatha ibhola. The second goal comes from him. Ngeke uphasa ibhola wide ungabhekanga Shane. It's a hospital pass. Lela bola alfaka. By intercept lela bola, they play diagonal ball. It's 2-0. For me, Umar let them down. He's gonna get a lot of praise, but that's because Bebangam praise. That was the game plan of Put. Don't put too much pressure there, because remember, Usapunga is not a ball playing goalkeeper, and he's not a sweeper, even though he did well. So if Pazo jumper with one player to go and press Umteto, they're already 9. And that's when now Gaston Serino becomes very involved in the game. Because manje, if you are checking Shane, Gaston Serino, don't allow Gaston Serino to play. Frustrate him, take him out of the game. Because now if by a jump, by a press and then you are freeing one player, and that player you are freeing might cause a lot of danger to you. So that's why they allowed Umteta to be free and say, Umteta team allow to keep a special pass. And in my opinion, he played too many sideways passes, played too many back passes, in my opinion. Same thing with their number 10. They struggle to find him in good red zone where it matters. Umtu for me now drifter wide. And Shane, I'm struggling to find the boy's best position, because for me, when I'm looking for a number 10, I'm looking for a number 10 who's got a special pass. I'm looking for a number 10 who's very creative in terms of how it team idlala corner. I understand he's a reference point, masfuna goal. You understand, Shane? I'm looking for shots outside the box. I'm looking for goals from him, even though he does score. For me, he looks like he's more of a half winger. A player that can play almost like Urile, who plays wide, but you understand? Because for me, as a number 10, they don't find him. And another thing, we are rush. I don't know, but I also feel, Shane, the boy is too under pressure. I mean, the boy is under pressure as well. You know, the boy is under pressure. But to check about totally mover, we check about Njabulo Plum as a right back. By Tangalaza, in my opinion, they were not solid at the back. I don't know why. I understand that Cross got an injury from Matuludi, of course. You're looking at the fact that Ulentuza on the right hand side, they had Njabulo Plum. For me, Njabulo Plum still looks, it still looks unready for me. And it's taking longer, and Kaizer Chiefs doesn't need that. He played well, yes, when he came, but now it seems like it's taking longer for me. He looks sluggish, he looks slow. For me, he's not giving his best, in my opinion. You look at that centre-back pairing as well. Shaky, Miguel back in the lineup. He wants to do a lot of things. It's confusing. Lentonu Tutli, who's very comfortable on the ball, can improve, obviously, defensively.
Because I know, if Ndugega wateta, kungangomso. Mamela, yazi, a Kaizer Chiefs fan, Echonge log right now. The first thing as I join, also Chonge points, we are on 11 points, but there's something any notice layer when I look at that log. Kaizer Chiefs, your team say consider Amanaka this season, they considered 12 in 8 games. They considered 2 namhlanje. What does that say get defense at Kaizer Chiefs? Because Yazi last season they were suffering good defense. It seems like the trend just suffering with defense even this season, because Ngabo team say consider more goals this season. Itining and your defense, coach Nabi says and doing a lot defense.
For me, Shane, I think that everyone must defend in the team, in my opinion, more especially when the opponent has the ball. For me, my problems with Chiefs are not only go back four.
Yeah.
They start from the front line. I think they don't have a very aggressive press in the front three up. Userino, we know he doesn't enjoy that. Two as well jumps. And in midfield, myself, I just feel like tactically, Bashawa lack of discipline. I think Baba penetrate are very easy. So most of the time, you'll find Abu Mikel and Abu Tutli having to deal nama 1v1 situations. And already Ba vulnerable. If you check the first goal, Shane, how they even got to the red zone, Lauma to do that pass. For me, that was unacceptable. They could have stopped that ball 3 times before it even got to the last line of defense. For me, I think it's a team problem. I don't think it's a back four problem. But also, it's important to mention, Shane, that Kaizer Chiefs doesn't have a goalkeeper, in my opinion. Because a goalkeeper, you need someone who's going to marshal that defense, in my opinion. I think, in my opinion, Kaizer Chiefs plays 10v11 every time when they approach a game. Because for me, big clubs need a ball-playing goalkeeper who has safe hands, but who's a good leader, motivates, and was marshal a defense. In my opinion, that's where they are lacking. The first point of reference when you're building a football club, Shane, is you need an exceptional goalkeeper. And for me, Kaizer Chiefs, in that department, they are struggling, which causes a lot of confusion in that back four. You understand? And the defensive midfielder as well.
Well, that's it. It's Polokwane City 2, Kaizer Chiefs 0. It's 8 games now for Coach Nabi, 11 points. But Polokwane City are up to 3rd on the log.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone kala season Polokwane City at this time of the season will be 3rd on the log. And I don't think season by this time of the season, because remember confidence from fans, the Kaizer Chiefs, everyone believed the Coach Nabi was the solution. But look at the Kaizer Chiefs now, they're number 9 on the log. Polokwane City are number 3 on the log. So it's unexpected as the guy so far this season. But sapina sethe ngazo mhlambi kwenye iqala ingathi khona ufuna ukugethisa
Shane nangu mathuludi nangu apolice nangu Jana Warriors abalandela ama player 2
the favor Arsenal. That's it for iDiskiTV. Polokwane City 2, Kaizer Chiefs 0.